And whenever they get on their teams, we will get underway. A best of 5, as always. And you're already seeing, starting to load in for SNRF, we're going to have over on the likes of Crouton Dust, Flying Narwhal, and Porcupine Duck 2 against Alpha Wolf, Circuit Wolf, and Peace Pipe. First kickoff, Alpha a little slow to it, but actually it ends up working out. Straight back over and a fast shot on net, but Porcupine denies. It's over to Alpha. Looking to play this up, and actually a pass to himself off the ceiling leaves it with Narwhal having to save, and save he does. Peace Pipe tries to go through and capitalize, but ends up leaving a wide open net, and Narwhal going to easily dribble that ball in for the first goal of the game. The first goal going the way of SNRF with a very well done breakaway. 4 minutes 41 left on the clock, plenty of time to win that ball back. But of course, it is going to take some effort as Porcupine already looking to just try to put some pressure on goal. That little bit of a slight touch forces it just enough away that with no boost, there's nothing that can do that far into the end. Peace Pipe trying to aggressively get up here. Circuit wants to get through and try to capitalize onto the goal, but it's just not connecting. And now Alpha with a potential shot. It's over and it bounces in along the corner crossbar, sunken in along that goal line, and just in to this first minute, only 41 seconds in, we find ourselves tied back up at 1-1. So it's anyone's game now. Of course, only being up by 1 doesn't secure you much, but now being up by nothing, both teams with the opportunity to take the lead. Narwhal does get this ball deep over into the orange and actually gets it bounced off the wall. Crouton to follow. It's not a shot on net, but it's a shot into the corner. He wants to try to follow this through onto goal, but not going to be able to do it. And Narwhal going to be able to reaggress this. The Wolves in the back trying to find something to get it away, but it's going to be Peace Pipe to end up hitting it back into the corner. Crouton to follow. It's back over in the midfield line, and you're already seeing Alpha wants to try to get it even further. It wasn't quite at the midfield line, sorry, it was about midway into the orange half, and they were trying desperately to get it further towards that line, but unfortunately, they're only now just getting to it, but fortune may be switching around, I say, unfortunately for them, as it swings right back and ends up with a demo, favoring heavily towards the blue. Ooh, no touch there from Circuit. That's a little bit unfortunate and leaves Alpha with a little bit of a forced fight to prevent any sort of shot on goal. Peace, a very nice little adjustment. Gets it past 2 as well. Flicking it high. It's off the corner. And you already see Narwhal. He wants to commit a very nicely played aerial. And he gets in front of that ball, booming it back downfield now is Duck. Getting it right back over to Crouton Dust, but he's not able to connect onto it. It's off the crossbar and the pinch comes through. And just like that, another 1-goal lead secured for the blue. Crouton not able to get an initial touch there, but comes through with Duck, and they're able just to slam it in with a pinch into the right side of the net. So 2 minutes 59 left to go. And it is once again a 1-goal lead being found by the boys in blue, SNRF. Leading up 2-1 now against Azrael. Circuit spawning out this boomer and just looking to play this off. It's a very nicely played touch off the wall and a nice aerial to follow up with some aggression, but ends up just going a little bit wide of goal. It's back over into the mid. Alpha wants to slam this one on and does manage actually to get a shot towards net. It's off the top. And no connection there from Peace Pipe on the follow through. Leaves Porcupine to clear it away, and Alpha does manage to get a touch, but it's denied yet again right off that wall. Crouton not quite flipping on the ball, and Peace Pipe is there to equalize. And once again, we see out of Azrael Esports, they get scored on and they bite back. Peace just banging that one up the field, and Alpha able to fake out for him just to get right in front of the goal. And they're going to get a nice little low 5 for the effort. So winning in the low 5s department. Not on the scoreboard, but a very crucial stat. Alpha trying to pass it over to Circuit, can't quite land the touch, but Peace Pipe is back to deny any shots at goal, but that's unfortunate. Alpha unfortunately touching it back towards his own net. Luckily for him, teammates ready to save it away. Narwhal taking out Alpha. Now it's Peace just flicking it up midfield. Duck does deny, and Alpha wants to try to hit this back towards goal. Peace is trying to go up to get a touch off it, and Circuit might be able to land something, but now it's just Alpha the last man back, and Narwhal Not quite hitting that one towards goal, but the pass going to be denied. Narwhal also trying to see how far into the blue he can pressure, but it's going, or sorry, into the orange he can pressure, but forced back into the blue. And Narwhal, once again, another hit downfield. Pipe going to be able to win that one out, and actually wins it out twice. Getting it deep back into his own end. And now Alpha just wants to try to hit this one past. It's over in the corner. Only 60 seconds to go, about 70, sorry. And as these 10 seconds elapse into the final 60, you can see this ball still just stuck over in the blue, but some difficulties here from Circuit, finding some way at opening up the goal. It's going to be a shot denied by Narwhal. That's going to leave Narwhal once again to play this out of the corner, and he is. He's going to get it right back into the midfield, has a shot on goal. Circuit has to deny, and it's denied. It's over to Peace, passes it mid. This could be a very fast counter aggression, but the shot wide and Duck's already back for it. Wolf is able to kill it up. I should say Circuit Wolf, as the Wolf brothers definitely both being very active this game alongside their teammate in Peace Pipe. With 30 seconds to go, Circuit wants to try just to not allow any goals, and of course, sounds rudimentary to say that. You're trying not to allow any goals the whole game, but with only 20 seconds to go, it is okay to prioritize just slamming the ball into the ground at the 0-second mark. Try to play off a good kickoff, try to play to your strengths off a fast offense, and just don't allow them to score. It's the only objective you need when it's a tied game with 3 seconds to go. Crouton lobbing it back towards their own end, maybe not quite wanting to do that play, and actually they keep it up. So Alpha does manage to do a little bit of a play with it, but it will touch the ground, and now Alpha against Narwhal. It's the kickoff of a Game 1 overtime. As close as it can get, ladies and gentlemen, and Duck is going to make it just that little bit closer as he seals the deal. Narwhal, what a great kickoff. He just catches it immediately, lobs it straight over in front of the goal, and how the hell are you going to deny Duck when he's in that position? Very nicely played overtime from SNRF, and they steal away Game 1 as this best of 5 moves on to the second. As we get started into Game 2, it is, of course, SNRF leading 1-0. And Azrael Esports going to be hungry to try and bite back and win into an equalizer. If not, it will be sitting against match point, and we'll have to reverse sweep to pull out a victory. Narwhal does manage to stop that and get a touch forced over into the orange, where his teammate in Crouton is trying just to get a fast goal, but Circuit waiting along the ground. Alpha now just trying to make sure nothing can fly by, and Narwhal just going to be gifted a ball on the ground and a potential double touch, but is not able to get up in time for that one. Is going to lead back over into the blue. Peace Pipe trying to pressure up here, and actually a beautiful little center, but denied on the defense yet again, and Crouton trying to play this away. Trying to play this over into the orange goal, but it's going to be denied yet again. Just so many touches coming out of Azrael Esports that are just not allowing that ball to be controlled at all by the SNRF side. Every single time there's some sort of play that could be touched down or just capitalized on, it seems like they're getting in the way, not allowing any setups to come through, but at the same time they're not leaving themselves any time to set up, as they're very focused on denial. And now Crouton finding a crack. It is going to be denied early, but the follow-through is already here from Narwhal. Circuit has to hit it away, and he does get it mid. Porcupine having to line this up, and it's an unfortunate touch for him. It's going to be going right side of goal, and they will be looking to boom this away. Narwhal does, but Peace Pipe already aware of the possibility, and Alpha ends up hitting it back to the orange. It's going to be back over in here where Circuit wants to play it away, and it will be a potential for a goal on either side, but Porcupine is just going to kill it over into the corner. We've elapsed about 100 seconds. Find ourselves with 3 left on the clock. And Circuit Wolf with the ball in the corner, looking to try to set up some sort of center, but ends up getting a little bit too far away from ball. Can't quite touch it for a great center, and that will leave a midfield ball. Neither player touching. That leaves it with Alpha, the closest one by, and a little bit of team bumping going on in the goal, as Narwhal and Duck not quite sure who's going to be going up for this one, but it will be Crouton Dust ultimately. trying to set up something, and he's just trying to do everything he can there, Dust, to get a wheel on that ball. You can see he's doing a good job at just making sure they can't clear it away, but he can't find any openings, and that's going to leave Circuit yet again deep into the blue, and it's going to be a gifted goal. Narwhal jumping up to save that one, just does not check his angle, ends up tapping it straight into his own net along the line. And that will be straight into the second half, 1 minute into the second half exactly, with Azrael Esports taking the first goal of the game. And Narwhal going to be kicking himself a little bit for that, even more so if they do end up dropping this game. But still plenty of time to equalize it out here for SNRF. They know they're able to get the balls into the net, but Azrael has been playing very, very well this entire game at just not allowing any sort of strong offensive pushes. I mean, there's been a few times where it seemed really, really dangerous on the SNRF side, and that not outstanding, one of them. Not being exactly an outlier. And once again, see, just a nice little pass, but it's shut down so fast by Peacepipe. And now he's already pressuring once again, and they are just looking so fearful. Fear on the SNRF side, because look at this. You can already tell Peacepipe trying just to sink in a fast one, and nothing that Porcupine can do. Didn't jump, didn't do anything, did not have the time off that lightning fast play. With 100 seconds to go, it's a fast mid push, and Crouton forced to fall back and save it. He does. But it's going to be another fast follow through, but the bump comes through. Crouton getting there in time just to bump Circuit into it a little bit faster, and that's going to make the ball just fly straight past. An offensive opportunity allowed off that. And unfortunately, the low boost and low manpower just does not allow it straight off the bat for SNRF. You're already seeing another clear from the orange side, just another pass denied. And it's Crouton back over, just sending it high. Duck and Narwhal both set up for this, but neither able to get even a shot on net off of it. So it's just looking like Azrael Esports has gotten it figured out right now. They have learned enough of the strats, and maybe this is just a little bit of revenge for that overtime that was stolen away from them. But with 45 seconds to go, it is still 0 goals on the board for SNRF, and that is very surprising after what we saw in the first game. I mean, even with it just being a close scoreline at the end. And of course, you do got to feel a little bit bad. The one accidental goal really does hurt, but it was off of a line of offensive attacks that SNRF just couldn't deal with. And ultimately, that leaves Duck now with 0 boost, 15 seconds, and a dream. And Narwhal tries to make that dream a reality, but it's going to be denied by Circuit Wolf, and that should be it as Peacepipe dribbles this one in for a potential third, and Circuit comes through to finish the job. That will be Azrael Esports biting back, and with a 2-0 lead, they equalize the series at 1-1, making it a best of 3. We were asking at the start of Game 2 if Azrael Esports would be able to bite back, and bite back they did. They equalize it up, and now going into Game number 3, the winner of this one will be sitting on match point. I don't need to tell you how important that one is, but what I do need to tell you is Peacepipe, a very fast offensive aggressive shot, and tries to dribble it in but just can't find the net. And that was actually a double commit on the aerial. You could see, I believe it was Circuit Wolf that tried to go through and get something off of it as well. So the ball going to find itself into a very loosely contested orange end. But it is Alpha already just looking to play that one out, and he does get it past 2. Porcupine manages to get it high, but a bump coming out on the offense leaves the blue side a little bit slow to the ball. So over to Narwhal, trying just to get this one out of his end. And Alpha not going to allow it. Sends it high. Back over to himself. Has his brother in mid. waiting to see if they can set something up, and it's going to be Porcupine instead. Gets one, gets a second, not able to get a third as Peace Pipe, a nice boomer downfield, a high one, tries to go through for a double touch, not going to be allowed it, but now Porcupine having to force a 50, does win it out, has to watch out for the side as well, where Peace Pipe trying to re-aggress and does manage to slow it, but Circuit now has to try to deny and somehow follows that ball all the way across his goal line, sees two offenders, and nobody able to get a shot off. Narwhal able to somehow take that one away from Peace Pipe. It looked a bit like a diplomatic handoff of the ball. But we're already seeing Porcupine does not want to allow anything to happen here. Wanted to get a more strong touch off of that, and just catching it with the underside of his car, not going to be able to, drops it low. Porcupine wants to clear this away, and Peace Pipe so close to being able to capitalize onto a just inside the crossbar shot, but not going to be allowed, and Circuit once again just a little too wide of net. Porcupine though, able just to roll in one along the goal line, and Azrael Esports, I'm a little bit confused what happened there coming out of SNRF. I want to watch it again, and oh my goodness, it's yet another accidental bump. That has happened to SNRF so many times throughout this game, where the accidental bumps haven't really cost them too much, and this is the first time where it's actually cost them a goal. So that might be a little bit of a wake-up call to tighten up on our rotation, tighten up on the positioning, because now they have given away the first goal of game number 3 over to Azrael Esports. We're about to hit the halftime mark as well, and showing no signs of letting off of the gas over from the orange side. They've been so aggressive and spending so much time at just firing shot after shot, trying to set up pass after pass, and just nobody from the blue side seems able to stop them. Another double commit on the defense, and that's going to leave Circuit just a slight little lob just to deny any shots. Narwhal with a potential for a shot, and that's going to send it high. Crouton setting up. Porcupine in the wind and is there to follow through. He wants to set this up. It's a center coming through. Circuit can't get that one away, but Narwhal can't land the shot. Porcupine Duck, though, is going to be able to as he sets up the pass, and when nobody comes through to capitalize, he says, you know what, I guess I'll do that part too. So he sinks it into the bottom right and equalizes the game at 2 minutes left to go. Alpha meeting against Narwhal, and now it's Peace Pipe to boom it away. Circuit, a good catch off that pass, but not quite able to angle it towards goal, but a three-man pass ends up with the ball going all the way towards the blue goal and ends in the worst possible way for Azrael Esports. And oh my goodness, what a sequence of events that was. A pass upfield leading into an aerial pass to another aerial player, and the ball just unfortunately not going to be able to find its way into the net, and Crouton just rolls it past in the wide open area. And you gotta respect Azrael Esports, because what an impressive three-man passing play, and honestly might have been one of the clips of the week if they just would have been able to find that goal. Unfortunate, and that will lead to a 1-goal lead going back for SNRF. Able to get a little bit of breathing room. Found a lead for the first time in a while. And Alpha just wanting to keep applying that pressure. It seems like ever since this fourth kickoff, sorry, it has definitely been let off the gas here from Azrael. Maybe their confidence a little bit shot because they had such a good setup for that play. Once again, it cannot be understated, but just it does not play out, and it is a little heartbreaking to see the tables turn that quickly, but that's what happens when you take a full team risk. They still have an opportunity to equalize it, and we're kind of just talking about the pass to fill time while they set up for it. But so far, SNRF have been doing a great job at just denying any sort of offensive pressure. They're just getting in the way of the ball. They're not caring about scoring right now because they don't need to. They're up 2-1. And with only 30 seconds left to go, if they can just hold their lead, this game will be over, but it is getting closer and closer to their goal line. Circuit has an opportunity to play it away, but now it's Porcupine Duck just once again dribbling this ball back over into the orange. It's a double commit off the blue side offense, so Could definitely be a play back towards goal, but with only 10 seconds, this has to be it. It's in the blue. Alpha does find the ball, but Duck already looking just to boom it away. Finds its way centering back up, and Narwhal gets the ball. Has to be a playoff here from Peace Pipe, and he is not going to be able to hit it. So SNRF take away game 3 and find themselves at match point. A rough start for the side of SNRF, but they are able to hold their ground and pull away a game 3 victory to get up to match point. 2-1. Azrael Esports now having to play to equalize it once again. Otherwise, they will be dropping their first match of IGL Winter 2020, and it is going to be Alpha Wolf playing this upfield. But it fouls right back over to the blue end, and it's just a back and forth affair right now. Circuit finally winning out. Gets the ball deep over into the blue corner. Porcupine wants to clear it away, and he's not going to be able to. Peace Pipe finding a clear open shot straight above that defender into either corner of the goal, really, as Crouton, too much goal to cover. Just goes high, sinks it in, and in 16 seconds, Azrael has found their lead. Porcupine back in the middle, meets up against Pipe, and does leave Alpha Wolf with the ball off of the wall. He does hit it away, but it is going to be boomed straight back over towards their own goal. Peace Pipe gets a touch, and Narwhal looking just to capitalize with a shot back over towards the goal. And Circuit actually finds a way to get it past Porcupine as well, so now a little bit of an awkward defense has to come off the wall, and just not able to get anything done there. And I'm not sure exactly why, but Porcupine was really committed to the backwards drive here. Just maybe thinking he doesn't have the time to turn around, doesn't have the time to half flip or something, but ends up allowing just a little bit too much of that goal to be exposed, and that's going to be an easily sunken second goal for Azrael as they get up to a 2-0 lead. Duck not able to get anything off of that initial play, and it leaves it back over to Narwhal, who is trying just to find some sort of passing play over into mid. He finds somehow some way to get it to Crouton, who just barely finds that crossbar. But it's over to Peace Pipe in mid now. Crouton wants to try to clear this away, and Alpha with a little bit of a dangerous shot going towards that blue goal. He had to go at a pretty precise angle to not boom it back towards the zone, but he is able to hit it. 3 minutes 40. Plenty of time here for SNRF to equalize, but so far, Azrael back up to their old tricks. Just the best defense is a good offense for this team, it seems like, as shot after shot. But you can see whenever this ball starts to go more towards mid, they quickly try to switch to a more defensive play style, and right here you can see Peace Pipe being very defensive just down towards that ramp. It does pay off. He's able to capitalize, and now it's played back over towards the orange. Peace once again just finding his way in front of the ball, and yet again another one tees up. Alpha stops it back over towards the wall, and Peace Pipe waiting in the winds, but it's going to be Circuit forced to clear this away. He will. Alpha hitting a nice little touch to try to redirect it. He really would have preferred it went towards goal, but did not have much control over that situation. And Narwhal left in a 1v1 is going to win it with a very nicely placed flick. Just like that, he's placed into a 1v1. Circuit trying to get back and get something, but it's just going to be a 1v1 against Alpha Wolf, and Narwhal, an easily sunken flick into the right side of the goal, finds the first of 2 that they need to seal up this match now. 2 that they need to get within range of doing it, as that will put them on overtime. 2 more now will find them the match. Peace Pipe trying to get a dribble play going upfield and not able to find anything with it. In the meantime, Circuit Wolf dying over towards mid means this offense is going to be just these 2 players. But with that demo coming through as well, it's Circuit Wolf again, dying to another blue side defender. And Peace Pipe taking a little bit of revenge. Gonna kill off Narwhal. And now just seeing if he can get anything set up, and a little bit of a daunting task with the 0 boost that he has. But 2 minutes. SNRF have managed to deny any sort of third goal from being scored from the orange side, and doing a pretty good job at making up some ground. With Alpha's miss, that leaves Crouton with the ball, but an awkward landing allows Peace Pipe away in. That's going to leave Porcupine now with the ball deep into the blue, and 100 seconds to play with. He flicks it, and that actually throws off Circuit, who had pre-jumped to try to get up in time to snipe that one back over. Circuit waiting off of the back, sees that Alpha's play doesn't quite work out, tries to salvage it. He does manage to actually do it twice, keeps this ball back into the blue 2 times in a row. And now it's Alpha and Circuit both finding themselves being bullied a bit by Narwhal over deep into their end. And the ball finding its way back into the orange yet again. 70 seconds to go. SNRF, they need 1 more goal to secure up overtime and keep this series from being equalized and going to a best of 1, basically. That shot a little bit too high. Would have almost certainly sealed up the match, but it isn't scored. And that's going to leave Circuit with it all to do. He ends up going for a very risky play, and it works out. And let's look at this yet again. It's actually not as risky as I make it seem off of that very blatant statement. But it's a back pass directly into Peace Pipe when they know that there's blue side offenders straight on their tail. It's a very ballsy play to go for. He just passes it straight back, sets up basically a shotgun shot, and it flings at the goal. You could see they were barely able to react to it, but unfortunately not able to react enough to deny the 3rd goal from being scored on the Azrael Esports side. Now, if times were tough, they just got tougher as the blue side SNRF have to score this goal, and Porcupine 2 comes through and does it. And what a way to do it, no less. A nice little pass from Narwhal just to float it over near that goal line and allow for anybody nearby to come up and sink that shot. Azrael, it's back to being 1 goal away from the equalizer. They're thanking their stars they were able to get a 3rd, so they're still in the lead. But Duck wants to play this pass, gets it past all 3, and finds himself with the ball, with some boost, and a teammate in mid. Narwhal setting up, that's high. It's going to drop directly in front of the goal, but oh my goodness, cleared away just barely. Circuit getting bumped as well. That ball going to find its way back over. It's lobbed over towards the goal, floating along the goal line, and Crouton just finds it, but he can't find a shot, and Azrael Esports will make this game go their way. 2-2, and we will find ourselves in a best of 1 to decide who will be the winner of their first IGL Winter 2021 match. SNRF, Azrael Esports, both of these teams trying absolutely so hard to get this first win, and they have forced themselves into Game 5. Either team equally likely to win this one out, as it's going to find the ball deep into the orange straight off the kickoff. Narwhal very aggressively just holding this ball as close to the goal as he can. Porcupine setting it up, and now some bumps coming through, but nothing allowing that ball to find an open path into the goal. You can see it's very much more of a shift over towards the aggression from SNRF. They know that their defense is solid, they just need to get a few more hits on board, and they're trying to force them out fast. It's caused the possession to go back over into the orange, but right away they're already trying to get a counterattack, and just so close, but denied by Alpha. Back over into the blue, and right now it seems like both teams have decided the best defense is a good offense. Everybody trying so hard. Once again, one of those SNRF little bumps on their own teammates close along the goal line, and this time it's actually going to be an opposing teammate they find as Duck and Peace Pipe going to collide. Circuit is going to start trying to clear this one away, but Narwhal just doing everything he can just to be a little rascal, get a touch on the ball in any way that he can. And Duck goes up to deny a shot from Alpha. It's Crouton over off the wall. Narwhal to follow through, but Peace Pipe is going to just take it low, and that is such a strong read from him. Crouton had already committed, gotten that one away. Narwhal's the only man back, and he tries to pre-jump for a high shot, and Peace Pipe just rolls it into the bottom right corner. So the first goal going the way of Azrael Esports. And it's going to be interesting if we see any sort of strategy changing out of either of these teams. It was very much an offensive showdown before this. Of course, SNRF forced immediately onto the defense, but what's going to be telling is when they finally get a chance with that ball, and Crouton might be finding it, but finds himself on the receiving end of a demo. So with 3 minutes 20 to go, 100 seconds expired. A nice boom downfield once again is just going to slowly deny any sort of offense out of SNRF. Every single time they get a little bit of an opportunity to breathe, opportunity to set something up, they are forced once again to fall back into defense. I mean, look here, a lob just being sent back towards their goal, and Narwhal has to hit it over towards the wall. Finally going to get an opportunity to breathe a bit. Peace Pipe is not going to let that moment last long. Over to Porcupine, who's trying to play this upfield, but Circuit intercepting, Alpha intercepting, and the brothers trying to set up a fast play, but Crouton intercepting. Circuit finds a way to get it mid still, and Peace Pipe waiting in the wind, but not able to get any sort of touch on that one before it bounces further into the orange. Circuit playing it low, actually managing to get one bumped away, and that is just going to completely flummox Porcupine Duck, who is alone in the goal. You can tell Narwhal, the man who was intending to go for that clear duck, just expected it to work out. And you can just see the exact moment when he realizes, oh crap, I gotta turn and go for that. And it is just too late when that realization happens. Over towards mid. Circuit Wolf finding the ball back along this wall yet again, and Peace Pipe wants to boom it back away from that goal, but a decision unfortunately made from them is going to lead to a very nicely placed shot, as that boom over into the midfield, while it might have been well intentioned, it ends up setting a Porcupine Duck perfectly up to make amends for that goal he allowed just to slip by. Trying to make amends for the first one too, and Porcupine Duck 2 coming through huge with 2 quick goals and evaporating Azrael Esports' lead. For the entire first half, Azrael has fought so hard to establish those 2 goals, and in under 10 seconds, SNRF has stolen them both back. An equalized game yet again. Alpha Wolf does manage to get a touch past one, a potential setup for a mid play, and Peace Pipe is waiting, but he's a little bit too far away from the ball. 2 minutes to go. It's going to be boomed back over into the orange. Crouton set up towards mid, realizes that that could have been a very much a boom back towards their own end. And Porcupine just going to be touching it right back off this corner, but Alpha beats him to it. Crouton to replay. Goes back into this corner, and oh my goodness, Crouton Dust just going to come through and do it all himself. A pass off the corner to himself sets up a very fast shot into the goal, which they just cannot get up in time to deny. And a 2-0 lead for Azrael Esports has turned around in the most unexpected way possible into a 3-2 lead for SNRF. And now Peace Pipe trying to find something off the wall to set up an equalizing goal, but they only have 90 seconds to do it. Narwhal waiting over towards mid, wants to see if he can sneak in a 4th goal here, and he's going to do almost everything he can, but is not able to end up getting that ball in. Crouton Dust tries to come through. Porcupine comes through as well to try to capitalize, but ultimately they've allowed this ball to find its way very deep back over into the orange end, and it's finding its way even closer, but oh my goodness, Circuit Wolf just gonna kill it over into the corner, and what a back and forth affair in front of the goal line that was. The equalizer so close they can taste it for Azrael Esports, but it is just so close to call. All that needs to happen for SNRF is just holding this lead for 40 more seconds, and desperately Azrael are clawing at a chance to play for overtime, to play for the perfect, flawless season, and yet again a center is made and it is unconnected. Porcupine killed. That means only 2 defenders. Narwhal forced to do it, and he's going to send it high, but Peace Pipe's already up. 20 seconds. Circuit Wolf going to be able to boost up and turn around, but Narwhal just booming this deeper into the orange. It's mid. 13 seconds, 12. Porcupine not able to clear that one away as much as he'd like. He's just going to kill it right on the location, and that leaves Narwhal with the ball in the corner. It's going high. It's going towards mid. Peace Pipe set up alongside Circuit Wolf, but that ball is going to drop, and SNRF are going to steal away the first match of IGL Winter 2021, and a very, very impressive showing from everyone involved.